Well everyone, after so many requests, comments, and begging for me to do more Doraemon videos, today's the day your wish will be granted. I'll be reviewing the best episode of the entire English dub, scratch that, the entire Doraemon franchise, scratch that again, the entire medium of film. And what episode of Doraemon Gadget Cat from the future am I talking about? Well, it's Invasion of the Goat Aliens, the universally loved film from Shrek the Third director, Chris Miller.
Congratulations, Chris, you did it.
So let's check out why Invasion of the Goat Aliens is the magnum opus for Doraemon. Okay, so first I want to discuss the film's legacy. It came out on June 22nd, 2015, the same year where the Chinese Zodiac stated it was the year of the goat. So clearly Disney TV Animation knew ahead of time to make a goat-centered movie and proceed to promote the crap out of it that whole year. Like, screw Inside Out. This masterpiece was way more important than that baby fest. After the movie premiered, it garnered so much praise from fans, critics, and even cinephiles alike. Like, holy crap, I did not expect them to watch this movie. It reached that far of an audience. Everyone loved its masterful writing, excellent pacing, and emotional message. The movie was so good, in fact, that it even got nominated for not only Best Animated Feature, but Best Original/Adapted Screenplay, Best Editing, Best Song, Best Direction, Best Picture, and even Best Hot Dog. Like, damn, there are like 52 or more nominations I can't list right now. It broke Oscar history for being the most nominated thing ever, and it went home with a bajillion wins. Inside Out, Anomalisa, and Fury Road wish it could live up to the epicness that is the Goat Aliens. Anyways, now that's out of the way, let's see what this movie has in store for us. Right off the bat, the movie opens up with an extraordinary opening song that is on the same level as Deliver Us from the Prince of Egypt. After that's done, it time skips to 10 years later where we see a present Nobi walking home with a failed test in his hands, and suddenly, a meteorite crash lands on him. And he somehow survives from that? Not gonna lie, this was my only flaw I have with the film because the impact of the meteor should have killed him, but whatever. I shall not question Chris Miller's brilliant vision. Nobi then arrives home and he begins glowing green, and it signals a bunch of goat aliens to crash into his room. Doraemon shows up and tells Nobi that these goats are bad news. So Doraemon and Nobi go out and tell the world that the goat aliens are about to blow up the planet. But everyone thinks that they're just bullshitting. All of a sudden, people start to disappear around the world and everything starts to become apocalyptic. I really love the decision of everyone disappearing instead of an hour of a bunch of characters not believing our two heroes. It's so nice to have something like that for once. By the time things become bad for Doraemon and Nobi, the main villain shows up at the 10-minute mark of the film, and it is none other than David Zaslav himself. Very bold of them for using a real-life CEO and real-time head to be the main villain for this film. They even went out their way to record real, unscripted dialogue whenever he wasn't present in the recording booth. Now that is shooting for authenticity. David Zaslav is the one who is controlling all the goat aliens so that he could write off the entire universe in order to raise his salary. Doraemon and Nobi now have to fight the evil CEO in order to save the universe. And I do gotta say, these action scenes are badass. Spider-Verse, Last Wish, and Nejai 2 are literal coughing babies compared to this hydrogen bomb. After an intense hour of fighting, David Zaslav flicked off Doraemon very hard towards the ground and Nobi gets blown away to the atmosphere. Now Zaslav will use all the goat's powers to destroy and write off the entire planet. Nobi goes back to Earth and tries to find Doraemon, and he finds him in the bottom of the ground. Doraemon tells him to go on and stop Zaslav all by himself so he could die in peace, but Nobi does not want him to die, so he sings a musical number on how he can stop the evil CEO. This epic orchestral number was so powerful that it caught the attention of tall Reese Witherspoon lady. She wants to help Nobi to stop Zaslav after hearing that beautiful song he sang. Tall Reese Witherspoon lady noticed Nobi glowing green, and she told him that the green aura came from a power heal meteor she had seen in space. The meteorite can heal a loved one with the bonus of giving them unlimited powers to the universe. I love the subtle foreshadowing of the meteor from earlier in the film. These writers knew what they were cooking. Nobi transfers his aura to Doraemon, and after a couple minutes of silence, Doraemon explodes out of the hole and he comes out looking fresher than ever. Now that Doraemon is all healed up with his brand new powers, the Geo team are ready to stop Zaslav and the goat aliens. This action sequence took another hour of the film's runtime, and it was the best hour I've ever experienced watching it in IMAX. When Zaslav and the goats are about to be killed off, tall Reese Witherspoon lady tells them that the only way to officially end Zaslav's reign of terror, Doraemon has to sacrifice himself with his special powers in order to restore balance of the four nations. Nobi doesn't want this to happen, but Doraemon says he will be okay and will live on with him in spirit. Nobi agrees on this, and Doraemon delivers the final blow towards David Zaslav and the goat aliens. And now the four nations have finally restored balance. I gotta be honest here. This shit got me in tears, man. Like seriously, the scene where Nobi goes home and starts to cry for the loss of his best friend hits me with the feels. Well, at least tall Reese Witherspoon lady is now his new best friend, so I guess it all ends well in some way. Oh, and oops, sorry for spoilers. Hey, it's not my fault that you didn't get to see it when you had the chance. Now Disney will never re-release it ever again, so... Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo-hoo! Also, I love that Kirby cameos in outer space during the final battle where Kirby strikes through Zaslav's heart. Mwah! Perfection. I don't know how they managed to ask Nintendo/HAL Laboratory for such a small role like that, but it goes to show that director Chris Miller really cares about this project. And that's the end of the movie. I kinda wish we got a sequel where Nobi and tall Reese Witherspoon lady go and fight Firelord Big G in the grid. That would be epic as shit. And my final score is 10 billion out of 9 monkey balls. It's a masterpiece. I can't believe I ever underestimated the Shrek the Third director. Now I'm more than ever excited to watch his next directed film. Okay, bye!
The new season of Doraemon is gonna be action. Action. Action.